Chapter 1. The Cold Marriage. I roll over and stare at the ceiling. Elena is already up, her side of the bed cold like always. 5 years of this. 5 years of waking up to silence. Morning, I mumble when I walk into the kitchen. She doesn't look up from her coffee. There's toast. That's it. That's our marriage now, 3 words and burnt bread. I pour coffee and sit across from her. She's perfect, even at 7 a.m., hair in a tight bun, silk robe, red lips. IceQueen. My IceQueen. You're working late again? She asks, eyes still on her phone. Yeah. Big project. But I'll be with Sarah at 6. Sarah laughs at my jokes. Sarah touches my arm like it means something. Elena finally looks at me. Don't forget we have dinner with my parents tomorrow. I remember. Another lie. I forgot on purpose. She stands up, rinses her cup, and walks past me without another word. The front door clicks shut behind her. I'm alone again. That night I'm on the couch, half drunk on cheap whiskey, scrolling through old photos of us, smiling, kissing, alive. I stop on one from our honeymoon. She was warm then. When did she freeze? I close my eyes and think, loud and bitter inside my head, I can't do this anymore. I want Sarah's warmth. I want Elena to hate me enough to leave me. The bedroom door creaks. Elena's home early. She stands in the doorway, arms crossed. You're drunk. Just tired, I say. She steps closer, eyes narrow. Who's Sarah? My heart slams. I didn't say her name out loud. I know I didn't. What? You heard me. Sarah from accounting? The one you think about when you're pretending to listen to me. I laugh too loud. You're imagining things. Am I? She tilts her head. You want me to divorce you, Alex? Is that it? You want me to set you free so you can run to her? My stomach drops. Elena, stop. Stop what? Reading your pathetic little thoughts. She steps even closer. You think I'm cold? You think I don't feel you pulling away every single day? I stand up fast, chair scraping. You're crazy. Say her name again in your head. Go on. I try to empty my mind. Nothing. Nothing there. She smiles, small and sharp. Too late. I heard it 5 minutes ago when you were wishing I'd disappear. I shake my head. You're tired. We're both tired. She walks right up to me until I smell her perfume. Same one, same distance. I'm not the one hiding a year-long affair, Alex. My knees almost give. A whole year. She knows. Elena. Save it. She turns away. Sleep on the couch tonight. I don't want your thoughts in my head while I'm trying to sleep. She walks to the bedroom and pauses. One more thing. I swallow hard. I'm not giving you the divorce you keep begging for in that dirty little head of yours. You want to suffer? Fine. We'll suffer together. The door shuts. The lock clicks. I sink to the floor, heart pounding so loud I'm sure she can still hear every terrified thought. She can hear me. She knows everything. And she's not letting me go. Chapter 2. The Strange Accident. Rain hammered the windshield as I gripped the steering wheel. Why do you even come home anymore, Alex? Elena's voice cut through the storm. You act like the apartment is a hotel. I kept my eyes on the road. Because it's my house too, Elena. Or did I stop existing the day you decided we were roommates? She laughed, cold and sharp. Roommates? At least roommates talk. You just disappear into your phone every night. I didn't answer. In my head, Sarah's last text glowed. Miss you already. Come over tomorrow? My chest tightened with heat. Sarah laughed at my jokes. Sarah touched my arm like she meant it. Sarah made me feel alive. Elena went quiet. Too quiet. The car slid on water. Headlights flashed. I yanked the wheel. Too late. Metal screamed. Glass exploded. Then nothing. I woke to beeping machines and a pounding skull. Mr. Reed, welcome back. A doctor leaned over me, flashlight in my eyes. I'm Dr. Reyes. You have a mild concussion. Your wife is stable, few stitches, possible traumatic brain injury. She's awake. Elena sat in the next of kin chair beside my bed, holding my hand. Her forehead was bandaged, but her blue eyes looked wrong. Too bright. Too knowing. "Hey," I croaked. "You okay?" She stared for a long second. "I heard you, Alex." "Heard what?" "You were unconscious. In the car. Right before we crashed. You were thinking about her." Her grip tightened. Sarah's laugh. "How she makes you feel alive. How you wish I would just disappear." My heart stopped. "Elena, you hit your head. You're confused." "Am I?" She leaned closer, voice barely a whisper. "You pictured kissing Sarah tomorrow at her place. You pictured undressing her on that ugly green couch she loves. Every detail was exact. Ice flooded my veins. That's impossible." Dr. Hayes walked back in. "Mrs. Reed, you shouldn't be out of bed." Elena ignored him, eyes locked on me. "I heard everything, Alex. Every dirty little thought." I tried to laugh. It came out strangled. "Come on, babe, you're scaring me." "Good." She finally let go of my hand. "Because I'm not letting you go anywhere now." The door burst open. Mike barreled in, soaked from the rain. "Jesus Christ, man." I came as soon as I heard. He hugged me hard, then looked at Elena. "You okay, IceQueen?" She gave him a thin smile. "Never better." Mike turned back to me, lowering his voice. "Dude, you look like you've seen a ghost." I swallowed. "Something like that." Dr. Hayes checked my chart. "We'll keep you both overnight. Mrs. Reed, any headaches, nausea, hallucinations?" Elena's gaze never left me. "No hallucinations, doctor. Just the truth." Mike frowned. "What truth?" "Nothing," I said quickly. "She's just shaken up." Elena spoke so only I could hear. "You want to know the worst part? I always knew you were drifting. But hearing it, feeling it, like it was my own thought, that broke something." "I'm sorry," I whispered. "You will be," she answered. "But not the way you think." Mike clapped my shoulder. "I'm grabbing coffee. You two need anything?" "Privacy," Elena said sweetly. He left. The door clicked shut. I tried again. "Elena, listen." "No. You listen." She leaned in until her lips almost touched my ear. "I'm not signing any divorce papers. Not today. Not ever if I don't feel like it. You wanted me gone? Too bad. You're stuck with me now, Alex. And I know every single thing you think." My pulse roared in my ears. She pulled back, smiled like nothing happened, and called out, "Dr. Hayes? I think my husband needs more pain medication. He looks terrified." I closed my eyes, but all I could see was Sarah's face, and Elena's voice inside my head saying, "I heard that too." Chapter 3. Secrets Unraveling. The house felt too quiet when we got back from the hospital. I carried the bags inside, set them down, and Elena walked past me like I was a ghost. I kept waiting for her to yell, to throw something, anything. Instead, she just went straight to the kitchen. I followed her. "Do you want me to cook tonight?" She didn't look up from the fridge. "Sit down, Alex." My stomach dropped. I sat. She put 2 plates on the table, then leaned against the counter, arms crossed. Her blue eyes were ice. "Tell me about Sarah," she said, voice flat. I opened my mouth, but nothing came out. "Don't lie," she cut in. "I already know what you're thinking right now. You're wondering if I'm bluffing. I'm not." I swallowed hard. "Elena." "Say it out loud," she said. "Say her name." "Sarah," I whispered. "Louder." "Sarah." My voice cracked. Elena gave a tiny, bitter smile. "Good. Now tell me how long." I stared at my hands. "A year, a little over a year." She nodded like she expected that answer. "And today, while I was making salad, you were thinking about calling her. You were thinking, I should end it clean before Elena finds the messages." I felt the blood leave my face. "How?" "Because I heard you," she said. "Every word. Every picture in your head of her on that hotel bed last month. The red underwear. The way you told her I never touch you anymore." Tears burned my eyes. "I'm sorry. I'm so sorry." "Sorry?" She laughed, sharp and cold. "You think sorry fixes 5 years of me sleeping next to a liar?" I was lonely. The words burst out before I could stop them. You shut me out, Elena. You stopped talking, stopped laughing, stopped letting me in. Sarah listened. Don't you dare blame me, she snapped. I was dying inside and you were busy sticking your tongue down someone else's throat. I stood up, chair scraping. Then divorce me. Let me go. No, she stepped closer, eyes blazing. You don't get to walk away clean. You're going to stay and feel what I felt. Every single day. My phone buzzed on the table. Sarah's name flashed on the screen. Elena picked it up before I could move. She answered, put it on speaker. Alex. Sarah's voice, soft and worried. Baby, are you okay? You didn't text back. Elena spoke into the phone, calm as death. He's fine, Sarah. He's sitting right here crying like the coward he is. Don't call this number again. She hung up and dropped the phone into her glass of water. It sank to the bottom. I couldn't breathe. You're scaring me. Good, she said. You should be scared. She turned to leave, but the house phone rang. She picked it up. Hey, Lila. Yeah, we're home. No, everything's fine. The pause. Actually, can you come over tomorrow? I need my sister. She hung up and looked at me. Lila's coming. She'll want to know why her favorite brother-in-law looks like he's about to throw up. Elena, please. Please what? She leaned in until her face was inches from mine. Please forgive you? Please pretend my husband didn't rip my heart out for a year? Grow up, Alex. You wanted to play married man and secret boyfriend. Now you get both. She walked toward the stairs. At the bottom step she stopped. Oh, and Alex? Her voice was almost gentle. Tonight, when you lie in bed thinking how much you hate me for trapping you, I'll hear every word. Sweet dreams. She went upstairs. The bedroom door closed with a soft click that sounded louder than any slam. I sat there until the salad wilted on the plates, my head in my hands, tears dripping onto the table. I had never felt more trapped in my life. Chapter 4. The mind games begin. I sat at my desk staring at my phone. Sarah's name glowed on the screen. All I did was think I should call her, just hear her voice. My phone rang in my hand. Elena. Don't, she said the second I picked up. Her voice was ice. I heard you, Alex. Put the phone down and get back to work. I froze. My mouth went dry. How? You know how. She hung up. I dropped the phone like it burned me. My heart slammed against my ribs. She was 20 miles away. How did she do that? Mr. Thompson walked past my cubicle. Alex, you okay? You look like you saw a ghost. I am fine. I lied. Just a headache. He frowned. You've been off all week. Fix it before the quarterly report. Yes, sir. The second he left, my phone buzzed. A text from Tina. Sarah's crying in the bathroom. She said you ghosted her. What the hell, Alex? I didn't answer. I couldn't breathe right. That night I walked into the house and Elena was waiting in the kitchen, arms crossed. Sit, she ordered. Saturday. Elena, this isn't normal. You can't just. I can't what? She leaned forward. Listen to the trash in your head? Too late. I heard everything today. Sarah's laugh. The way you pictured kissing her neck at lunch. Every disgusting detail. My stomach turned. Stop it. No. You stop it. Her eyes were red, but her voice stayed sharp. You want to leave? Fine. Say the words out loud. Beg me for a divorce like a man. I opened my mouth. Nothing came out. She laughed, cold and short. That's what I thought. You're weak, Alex. You always were. I stood up fast, chair scraping the floor. I want out. I can't live like this. She didn't even blink. Then pack a bag and go. But you won't. Because you know I'll drag your name through every court, every friend, every family group chat. I have proof now, straight from your own mind. I clenched my fists. You've been cold for years. You pushed me away. And you ran straight to her bed. Don't rewrite history. I stormed to the bedroom and slammed the door. I punched the pillow until my knuckles hurt. Memories flashed, her laughing on our honeymoon, dancing in the kitchen to old songs, The way she used to trace my jaw with her finger while I fell asleep. Where did that girl go? My phone lit up again. Drinks? You sound like crap on text. I grabbed my keys. At the bar I downed 2 whiskeys before Mike even sat. Dude, he said, you look possessed. I leaned in. She's reading my mind, Mike. Dead serious. I think about Sarah and 2 seconds later Elena calls and quotes me. He stared then laughed. Bro, you need sleep. Or therapy. Or both. I'm not crazy. You sound crazy. He sipped his beer. Look, marriages suck sometimes. But mind reading? Come on. I rubbed my face. I wish I was making it up. My phone buzzed on the table. Elena's name. Mike saw it. Speak of the devil. I didn't answer. It rang again. And again. Finally a text. Come home. Or I start calling your mother about the baby you almost had with your mistress. Mike read it over my shoulder. His face went serious. Okay, that's creepy timing. But still. I gotta go. I threw cash down and left him sitting there. When I walked in, Elena was on the couch holding a glass of wine, eyes locked on me. Had fun with Mike? She asked sweetly. Telling him I'm a witch? I stopped in the doorway. I didn't say that. You thought it. She stood up slowly. Here's the new rule, Alex. Think whatever you want. But the second you act on it, I'll know. And I'll burn your world down. Understand? I stared at her, chest tight. I understand. Good boy. She walked past me, brushing my shoulder like nothing happened. Sleep on the couch tonight. I need the bed. I stood there until the hallway light went out, feeling like the walls were closing in. Completely trapped in my own head. Chapter 5. Betrayal's Deep Cut. I sat in the corner booth of the little cafe 3 blocks from the office, heart hammering. Sarah slid in across from me, eyes red like she'd been crying all night. Alex, I can't do this anymore, she whispered right away. I feel disgusting. I reached for her hand. Just one more time. Elena doesn't know. She can't hear this far. Sarah pulled back. You keep saying that, but I'm scared. What if she finds out? She won't, I said, but the words tasted like a lie. The bell above the door rang. Cold air rushed in, and so did Elena. She walked straight to our table, coat dripping rain, face white with rage. Get your hands off my husband, she told Sarah, voice low and sharp. Sarah gasped. Elena! I heard every dirty thought, Elena cut in, staring only at me. How you still want her mouth on you. How you hate coming home to me. I heard it all, Alex. My stomach dropped. Elena, wait. Sarah stood up fast, chair scraping loud. I'm sorry, I'm so sorry. Tears spilled down her cheeks. She grabbed her bag and ran out, almost tripping. Elena didn't even look at her. She just kept her eyes on me. She's gone, I said stupidly. Good, Elena answered. Now you only have me. I followed her home like a kicked dog. The second the door shut, she turned and the ice finally cracked. She slid down the wall and started sobbing, ugly, loud sobs that tore me in half. I didn't want you to leave me, she choked out. That's why I got so cold. I can't have children, Alex. I found out 2 years ago and I couldn't tell you. I thought if I pushed you away first, it would hurt less when you left. I dropped to my knees in front of her. Why didn't you say anything? Because I was ashamed, she screamed, and scared. And then you went to her and I heard every single time you thought about her body instead of mine. I tried to touch her shoulder. She slapped my hand away. You don't get to comfort me after what you did. Elena, I'm sorry. I felt so alone. You felt alone? She laughed, bitter and broken. I was dying inside and you were sleeping with my co-worker. My phone started buzzing in my pocket. I pulled it out. I answered, voice shaking. Hey, Mom. Alex? You sound awful. Is everything okay with you and Elena? I looked at Elena crying on the floor. Not really. Put me on speaker, Mom ordered. I did. Elena, honey? Mom said Mom gently. It's Linda. Talk to me. Elena wiped her face, trying to breathe. Hi, Linda. I don't know everything, Mom said, But I know my son is an idiot sometimes. Whatever he did, I'm sorry. And if you need me to come over and knock sense into him, I will. Elena let out a wet laugh. Thank you. I might take you up on that. Mom hung up. Silence fell heavy. Then Elena's phone rang. She answered, still on the floor. Ratch? Yeah, it's bad. He met them at the cafe. Heard everything in his head. Yeah, the whole thing. Another pause. No, I'm not letting him go. Not yet. He needs to feel this. She listened, eyes on me the whole time. I know revenge isn't healthy, she said into the phone. But neither is cheating. Longer pause. I'll call you tomorrow. She ended the call and looked up at me. Rachel says I should burn your clothes and change the locks. Are you going to? I asked, throat dry. No, she whispered. I'm going to make you stay. You want to leave? Earn it. Look at me every day and remember what you broke. I swallowed hard. I don't want to leave anymore. You don't get to decide that today, she said. Today you just sit here and feel like the piece of trash you are. I sat on the floor across from her, back against the couch, and for hours we didn't move. Sometimes she cried. Sometimes I did. Neither of us spoke. My head kept screaming the same thing over and over. How could I hurt her this bad? And the worst part? A tiny, selfish part of me still wondered if I could ever be free. I hated myself for it. Chapter 6. The Power Shift. I stood in the kitchen chopping onions, trying to keep my mind blank. No thoughts about Sarah. No thoughts about divorce. Just onions. Smells good, Elena said from the doorway. She leaned against the counter, arms crossed, watching me like she always did now. I forced a smile. Your favorite. Chicken and mushroom pasta. Like on our second date. She didn't smile back, but she didn't leave either. That was progress. I slid the plate in front of her. Eat with me. Please. She sat. We ate in silence for 2 minutes before she spoke. You're trying too hard, Alex. I'm trying exactly hard enough, I said. I messed up. I know that. I'm not hiding anymore. She twirled her fork. You think cooking fixes a year of sleeping with someone else? No. But it's a start. She looked up. Say it out loud. Say what you did. My throat closed. I had an affair with Sarah. I betrayed you. I'm sorry doesn't even touch it, but I am. Every day. Every second. Her eyes softened just a little. That night I lay beside her, staring at the ceiling. I thought on purpose, I love you, Elena. I'm not giving up. She rolled over and whispered, I heard that. Good, I whispered back. Then hear this one too, I'm staying. Whether you hate me or not. The next morning I tested it. While she was in the shower, I thought about the divorce lawyer's number saved in my phone. Nothing. No reaction. No cold stare. My heart raced. Maybe the ability was fading. I deleted the contact anyway. 3 days later we lived like that. I cooked, I talked, I told her every feeling out loud like an idiot. I was lonely. I felt invisible. I was weak. I miss you so much it hurts. And every time she listened. Sometimes she cried. Sometimes she walked away. But she always came back. Then one evening I slipped. I was tired, stressed from work, and the thought flashed before I could stop it. If she never forgives me, I'll sign whatever paper she wants. She froze in the hallway, wine glass in hand. You still want out, she said quietly. Elena. You still want to run the second it gets hard. I thought it for half a second. I didn't mean. But you did. Her voice cracked. You'll stay and face karma, Alex. You don't get to leave when you're uncomfortable. You stay and you fix what you broke. I dropped to my knees right there in the living room. Then help me fix it. Please. She stared down at me, tears falling. I don't know how. The next day I called Mike. Dude, you look like hell, he said when we met at the bar. I need help. Real help. Therapy. Couples or alone, whatever works. He raised an eyebrow. Elena agree? Not yet. But I'm going anyway. I booked with Dr. Ellis that afternoon. Older guy, calm voice, no judgment. So, Alex, he said in our first session, Tell me why you're here. Because I destroyed my marriage and I don't want to be that man anymore. He nodded. Good place to start. When I got home, Lila was there. Elena's sister. She hugged me, surprising us both. I heard you're trying, she said. Don't stop. She's listening even when she acts like she isn't. Elena stood in the kitchen doorway, arms crossed again, but her eyes were red. Lila, leave, she said. No, Lila replied. You're both hurting. Stop punishing him forever or let him go. Pick one. Elena looked at me. Really looked. I'm not ready to forgive, she said finally. I know, I answered. I'm not asking for forgiveness yet. I'm asking for time. She didn't say yes. But she didn't say no either. That night I lay beside her again. I didn't try to touch her. I just spoke into the dark. I'll keep showing up. Every day. Until you believe me or until you tell me to leave for good. She was quiet so long I thought she was asleep. Then, so soft I almost missed it, don't leave. My heart cracked open. I won't, I whispered. I'm right here. Chapter 7. Regrets and Revelations. I'm sitting on the couch scrolling through my phone when Elena walks in holding it. My old phone, the one I thought I'd hidden in the garage. Her eyes are red, tears already falling. You kept them, she says, voice shaking. All the messages from Sarah. I miss you. Come over tonight. She'll never know. You saved every single one, Alex. My stomach drops. Elena. Don't. She throws the phone at my chest. It bounces off and hits the floor. Read one out loud. Go on. Let me hear how much you loved her. I pick it up with shaking hands. The screen is cracked now. I deleted most of them. Lie. I saw the folder. S. Red Heart, how cute. She laughs, but it breaks into a sob. 5 years of marriage and you kept a secret folder for your mistress. I slide off the couch and onto my knees in front of her. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I was weak and stupid and... Stop saying sorry, she shouts. You think sorry fixes this? You think sorry fixes the nights I cried myself to sleep while you were with her? Tears burn my eyes. I felt invisible, Elena. You shut me out for 2 years. You wouldn't touch me, wouldn't talk to me. I thought you hated myself for needing someone, anyone, to look at me like I still mattered. She stares at me, chest heaving. You want to know why I shut you out? Her voice cracks. Because I couldn't give you a baby, Alex. 3 miscarriages. 3. And every time the doctor said, I'm sorry, there's no heartbeat, I died a little more. I thought if I got cold, if I pushed you away first, it would hurt less when you finally left me for someone who could give you the family you wanted. The words hit me like a truck. I grab her hands. You never told me. Not once. Because I was ashamed, she cries. I'm broken, Alex. My body is broken, and I didn't want you stuck with a wife who can't even. I pull her down to the floor with me and wrap my arms around her. She fights for a second, then collapses against my chest, sobbing so hard her whole body shakes. I didn't want a baby from someone else, I whisper into her hair. I wanted a life with you. Just you. I screwed everything up because I was too much of a coward to say I was hurting. We stay like that, crying until there's nothing left. When she finally pulls back, her eyes are swollen but clear. I still won't sign the divorce papers, she says quietly. I don't want a divorce anymore. She searches my face. You mean that? I mean it. I'll spend the rest of my life making this right if you let me. The doorbell rings. Elena wipes her face and opens it. Rachel stands there, arms crossed. I heard yelling from the hallway, Rachel says. Elena, pack a bag. You're coming home with me tonight. No, Elena answers. Rachel glares at me. He cheated on you for a year. You're really going to forgive him just because he cried. I'm not forgiving him tonight, Elena says. But I'm not leaving either. We're broken, Rich. Both of us. And running won't fix it. Rachel softens. Call me if you need me. She leaves, the door clicking shut. My phone buzzes in my pocket, Mr. Thompson. I put it on speaker without thinking. Alex. Big news, he booms. That Tokyo project? It's yours if you want it. 6-month assignment, huge raise, corner office when you get back. Say yes and we'll book your flight next week. Elena's eyes widen. 6 months in Japan. Alone. I look straight at her. Thank you, sir, but I'm going to pass. My family needs me here. Thompson pauses. You sure? This is career making. I'm sure. I hang up. Elena's lip trembles. You just gave up your dream promotion. You are my dream, Elena. Everything else can wait. She leans her forehead against mine. We have so much to fix. I know. My phone buzzes again. Dr. Hayes this time. I answer. Alex, good news, he says. Elena's latest scans are clean. The telepathic episodes were likely caused by swelling near the temporal lobe after the crash. It's going down. She probably won't hear your thoughts much longer. I meet Elena's eyes. She heard every word. So I'm losing my superpower, she says, half smiling through fresh tears. Looks that way. Good, she whispers. Because from now on, I want you to tell me everything out loud. Every thought. Every fear. Promise me. I promise. She rests her head on my shoulder. For the first time in years, the silence between us doesn't feel cold. Chapter 8. The Climax of Truth. The doorbell rang at 7:30 on a Saturday night. Elena and I were on the couch, her head on my shoulder for the first time in months. I remember thinking, don't let anything ruin this. I opened the door and Sarah stood there, coat open, hand resting on a very obvious baby bump. Alex, she said, voice shaking, we need to talk. It's yours. My brain froze. The thought screamed so loud I was sure Elena heard it from the living room. Sarah pushed past me. I'm 4 months along. I didn't want to do this, but I'm keeping it and you need to take responsibility. Elena stood up slowly. Her face was white, eyes burning. Get out of my house, she said, low and dangerous. Sarah turned to her. You can hate me, Elena, but he's the father. Ask him. Elena looked at me. Alex, tell me she's lying. I opened my mouth. Nothing came out at first. We were careful. Every single time. This can't. Sarah laughed, bitter. Careful? You told me you loved me. You said you'd leave her once the divorce was final. Elena stepped forward. He never filed for divorce. I refused to sign, remember? Sarah's eyes filled with tears. Then ask him why he bought me a pregnancy test 2 months ago. Ask him why he cried in my car when it was positive. My stomach dropped. I had bought her a test, because she was late and panicking, but it had been negative. I remembered that night clearly. Sarah, I said, voice cracking, the test was negative. You showed me the blank window yourself. She wouldn't look at me. I lied. I wanted you to choose me. Elena's hand flew before I could stop it. The slap echoed through the hallway. Sarah stumbled back, clutching her cheek. You evil little, Elena started. Elena, stop. I grabbed her wrist. Let her talk. Please. Sarah wiped blood from her lip. Do a paternity test if you don't believe me. I have nothing to hide anymore. Elena laughed, cold and broken. Oh, we will. Tomorrow morning. First clinic I can find. I looked at Sarah. You're willing to do it right now? She nodded. I'll sign whatever you want. I just thought he deserved to know. Elena grabbed her phone. There's a 24-hour lab 30 minutes away. We're going. All 3 of us. Tonight. The drive was silent hell. Sarah sat in the back. I drove. Elena stared out the window. I kept thinking this is a nightmare. Wake up, wake up. At the lab, the technician took swabs from me and Sarah. Results in 90 minutes, she said. We waited in plastic chairs that smelled like bleach. Sarah finally spoke. I'm sorry, Elena. I thought if I was pregnant he'd finally leave you. Elena didn't even look at her. You thought wrong. My phone buzzed, Tina. I put it on speaker without thinking. Alex. Tina's voice was frantic. Sarah just told me everything. She's not pregnant with your kid. She's been sleeping with her married boss for 6 months. She faked the whole thing to hurt you both after you ended it. I'm so sorry I didn't say sooner. I closed my eyes. Relief and rage crashed together. Sarah's face crumpled. Tina, you promised. The technician walked out with the envelope. Mr. Harlow? The probability of paternity is 0%. Elena stood up slowly. She walked over to Sarah, who was crying now. Look at me, Elena said. Sarah looked up. You tried to destroy my marriage with a lie. You lost. She turned to me, took the results from my hand, and tore them in half. We're done here. Back home, Sarah stayed in the car, sobbing. I didn't care anymore. Inside, Elena locked the door and leaned against it. Her shoulders started shaking. I went to her. Elena. She slid down to the floor. I sat beside her. She buried her face in my chest and cried like I'd never heard her cry before. I almost lost you tonight, she whispered. Over nothing. I held her tighter. You never lost me. I'm staying. I swear on everything. She pulled back, eyes red. I can't hear your thoughts anymore. What? It's gone. Since the lab. Nothing. I searched her face. You're sure? She nodded. A small, broken laugh escaped. Guess the universe finally ran out of punishments. I kissed her forehead, her cheeks, her lips. Then listen to this instead. I love you. Only you. I was stupid and weak, and I'll spend the rest of my life making up for it. She kissed me back hard, like she was claiming me all over again. The doorbell rang again. We ignored it until my mother's voice came through. Alex? Elena? Open up, it's freezing out here. We opened the door. Mom took one look at our faces and pulled us both into a hug. I heard everything from Mike, she said. It's over now. You two are going to be okay. Elena rested her head on my shoulder. Yeah, we really are. I looked down at her and, for the first time in years, I didn't have a single thought I needed to hide. Chapter 9. Healing and Closure. The sun is warm on my face as Elena and I walk barefoot along the shore. She squeezes my hand. You're quiet today, she says softly. I'm just thinking how lucky I am, I answer. 6 months ago I thought I'd lost you forever. She stops walking and looks at me. Say it again, Alex. Out loud. I'm glad you refused to divorce me. Her eyes shine. Good. Because I heard that thought every single day in therapy and I still wanted to hear it from your mouth. I laugh, pulling her close. I kiss her hair. Dr. Ellis said yesterday we're his favorite success story. Elena smiles. He also said if we keep showing up, he'll run out of things to fix. Mike's voice carries from behind us. Yo, lovebirds. Food's ready. We turn. Mike raises a beer. To the couple who went through hell and came back holding hands. I'm proud of you, man. Lila waves from the picnic table. Come eat before Rachel finishes all the shrimp. Rachel lifts her plate guiltily. I'm stress eating for Sarah. She lost her job, her apartment, everything. Karma's brutal. I shrug. I didn't wish it on her. I just stopped protecting her from the mess she made. Elena leans into me. And we stopped protecting ourselves from the truth. That's the real win. Dr. Ellis walks up with his wife, holding 2 slices of cake. Last session gift, he says, handing us forks. You two don't need me anymore. I take the fork. We'll still send Christmas cards. He laughs. Please do. I like happy endings. Later, when everyone else is packing up, Elena and I sit on the sand watching waves. She rests her head on my shoulder. We're really adopting, right? Papers are signed. 6 more months and we bring our kid home. She whispers, I love you, Alex. I love you more, I say. And this time, I'll never hide a single thought again. The ocean answers with a quiet roar, and for the first time in years, my mind is completely still, filled only with her.